Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I will be doing, as you can see, another makeup look, but I chose to go bold today. So we're gonna be doing a sunset eye look makeup tutorial. When I started the video, I just knew I wanted to do like a bold look. I didn't know I was specifically gonna do a sunset look. So there were like some, trial and error moments throughout the video that you guys will see. And I just decided to keep it in because, I mess up when I do my eye looks, especially, me, because I've never been an eyeshadow person. So I'm learning, but I'm also getting better. So I decided to keep it in because, we all mess up. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you do, don't forget to give it a thumbs up so I know that you guys like these type of videos. If you're not subscribed, make sure you go ahead and subscribe before you get too far into the video. And don't forget to turn your post notifications on so you're always notified whenever I upload a new video. And so as you can see, I'm doing my eyebrows. I'm just filling them in, and then I'm gonna conceal them. I'm speeding through this process because I actually have a video on how I do my eyebrows, and this can be kind of boring. So if you guys would like to know how I do my eyebrows, I will be sure to link that video below in the description box. So first thing I'm going to do is take my NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer, and I'm going to use this as my eyeshadow primer. So taking that concealer, I'm just going to apply it to my eyelids like so, and I apply a good amount just because I'm going to be doing a quote-unquote serious eye look. So I applied a good amount, as you can see, and then after this I'm going to go ahead and blend it out. And to blend it out, I'm using this beauty blender. It's not damp at the moment, so don't judge me. But if you do have a damp beauty blender, I would prefer a damp beauty blender. I just didn't feel like getting up at this point in the video. So yeah, I'm just gonna blend that out with my beauty blender, and afterwards we're gonna go ahead and set. And so to set our eyes, I'm going to use my Laura Mercier translucent powder, and this is their like travel size. That's why it's so small. But if you guys watch my videos, you know that I usually use my airspun powder. But yeah, so using the same beauty blender, I'm gonna go ahead and set my eyes. And then for our eyeshadow look today, we're going to be using, I'm going to be using the Morphe and James Charles palette. And this is the mini palette from Ulta. Their regular palette is huge, so it's really no difference between the palettes. It's just smaller. So I'm taking this first eyeshadow brush. It's kind of fluffy, almost a blending brush, but not quite. It's flatter on the top. And I'm going to use that shade, that brush for my kind of like my base shade, and I'll put the palette up on the side of the screen so you guys know exactly which shade I'm using. I'll also leave the names of the eyeshadows in the description box because they are named. So this is what the palette looks like, and these are the four colors that I'll be using for the entire look. And so I'm taking that brush that I showed you guys, and I'm taking this like neutral, kind of like a beige tan color, and I'm using this as my base shade. You guys probably really don't see anything like a difference because I don't, but trust me, when I skip this step, like when I don't have a base shade, or I think it's called like a transition shade, it makes a difference in the eye look. And yeah, so that's really the reason why I still do it, because even as I'm editing, I don't see a difference on my eyes. But, we're just going to go with it. And so I'm using that as my base shade. And of course, I'm going to do the same thing to my other eye. And then now we're actually going to go in with another brush. And this brush is going to be used for my crease. So it's kind of fluffy. A regular eyeshadow brush, honestly, and I'm going to take a darker shade and apply it to my crease. And so as I applied this shade, it was very pigmented, like, you know, you can see it. But I actually went back and just packed a little more on. So I think I did like a total of like 2 or 3 like dips into the pan, if that makes sense. So it could really show up. So now I'm taking a flatter Morphe brush and I'm going to use my LA Girl Pro Concealer. And first I'm going to carve out my, I wouldn't use a carve because I wouldn't call it a cut crease. I just felt that applying a concealer would help for the eyeshadows that I'm going to use to stick better, just because they're so bright and I wanted them to be really bold and pigmented. So I thought that adding a concealer would help with that. So it's not really a cut crease because in the end I'm going to blend them all together anyway. But yeah, I mean, you guys can kind of watch better than, you know, well, you guys watching will be better than me trying to explain it. But yeah, I just applied the concealer, make sure it was blended out. And then I'm going to go in with the first color. And so I'm using yellow and applying that to the inner part of my eyelid. So as you can see, the yellow really didn't show up as much as I thought it would. So I had to keep packing it on and like swiping and packing, just so you could really see that I had like yellow on my eyes. So that's what I'm doing here, and if I'm gonna go back a couple more times throughout this video, honestly. And so I just want to point out, like as I'm applying these shades, I have a lot of fallout. So this is why I choose to do my eyeshadow before my foundation, especially when I'm using bright colors. And so I'm taking another flat brush and I'm going to apply this orange shade, and this shade will go on the middle section or like area of my eye. And I just kind of blended into the yellow a little bit. And this is, it was coming together. Like I said, I didn't know what I was going for. I was just honestly throwing colors together, y'all. But it was looking cute. It was looking like a sunset. Okay, and so the last color that we're going to go in with is for the outer corner, and it's this like coral deep orangey color. And I'm using another like regular eyeshadow brush to apply that color, and I just blended it into the orange again. And so this is what we're working with. And so here's where I messed up. So taking my Mario Badescu spray, I sprayed the brushes, because usually when you wet your brush, well, not gonna lie, I only do this for shimmers, but I figured the same rule applies to, you know, matte shades. But I thought that wetting the brush will give you a better, you know, pigmentation for the shades. Like it would be bolder. So that's what I did, but I messed up because once I sprayed the Mario Badescu spray, I didn't let it dry for like a little bit, so it was like wet. And then when I went to apply it to, well, went to pick up the shadow, it made it like splotchy, as you can see with the orange. So like the orange looks like really bad. And then I just went in with my Morphe blending brush and I decided to blend the shades out and see what I got. But like I know you guys can see my orange, like it's very splotchy. It looks like just like after you eat like cheese curls or like cheese puffs and like you like lick your fingers and like it clumps all the cheese together. Like that's what it was given. But I went along with it anyway. And you know, I thought it would come together, especially once I applied lashes and everything. And I was just hoping that you wouldn't be able to see it that much. So yeah, that's why I decided to keep going. But you guys can definitely start over and wipe it off. I just wasn't working with that kind of time. So And so finally I have done both eyes. It's looking really good. Better than it did when I had the whole splotchy situation. So I'm really liking the look. And now we're gonna go ahead and start with our face. But before I do that, I'm gonna take just a regular wipe and go ahead and wipe all that fallout because I don't want that underneath of my foundation because it will mess up your base. So to apply my foundation, I'm gonna use this Real Techniques beauty ball. This was a gift. I didn't even know they sold beauty blenders that are like the shape of a circle. And then I'm going to use my Holy Grail Maybelline Fit Me foundation. This is the Dewy and Smooth one. And I'm in the shade Coconut, which is 355. And I'm going to use the beauty blender and just blend the foundation out on my skin until I have an even, canvas. And that's literally how much I'm using. I don't use a lot at all. So yeah, just dab it a little bit everywhere. And then I go in and even everything out. And so now that my foundation is applied, concealer, and I'm going to highlight. So I highlight underneath my eyes, and as you guys can see, I'm kind of like drawing a precise line. I just do this to clean up my eyeshadow because I didn't apply tape, which helps you keep a straight line. But yeah, I'm going to highlight under my eyes, the bridge of my nose, the tip of my nose, under my nose, like my cupid's bow, and then my chin. Taking that same beauty blender, it's damp now. I'm going to go ahead and blend out my concealer. So now that all of my concealer is blended out, I'm going to take my Holy Grail Airspun Loose Face Powder and I'm going to set everywhere that I concealed. And I'm going to use the same beauty blender to set, by the way. And so at this point, the look was coming together. I was feeling good. I was liking it. So, yeah. So I'm taking this flat foundation brush to dust off my powder. I personally don't like to set, bake. I'll leave it on at the longest for like 2-3 minutes, but I don't like to really bake. So I'm just dusting that off. And then afterwards, we're going to go ahead and contour. So I'll be using Too Faced powder foundation as my contour. This is in the shade Ganache. And I'm going to take this contour brush and I'm going to contour. So me personally, I don't like a cream contour just because when I've used it in the past, maybe I just didn't know what I was doing. But it left my skin like muddy. The lines are very harsh. Like you could see exactly where I contoured, like where I applied it. It just didn't blend well with my foundation. So that's why I always use a powder contour. But maybe I will try cream contour again one of these days and let you guys know how that goes. And so I'm just contouring, what do you call it, my jawline, my cheek area, and then around my face. And then what you see me doing here is just taking the same beauty blender and airspun powder and setting my smile lines. And for highlighter today, I'm going to be using my Fenty Beauty compact. I will leave in the description box which one this is. I know it's not the kilowatt one, but it's the other one, the one with the pinky shade. And I chose to do the pink today because of the type of eye look that we have with the colors. I usually reach for my ColourPop Au Revoir highlighter. That one just has like a gold tone to it. So I'm taking my highlighter brush and just applying to my cheek area. I'll do my nose, the tip of my nose, the bridge of my nose, and then like right on my lip. These are the lashes that I chose between. Lashes, I mean, it really doesn't matter what style lash you do. Honestly, any lash that you feel will go good. And then I'm just applying my glue. I am using the Duo Lash Glue. This is the one that applies clear, and then once it starts to dry, it gets like purpley or like bluish kind of. So because this process takes so long, I'll just come back once my eyelashes are applied. And so my eyelashes are on, and this is what they look like. I love this style. And so I'm just going to go back with my tweezers and make sure all of my corners are attached. We would hate for a corner to come up while we're talking to somebody or whatever the case may be. But yeah, I'm just securing them. And then I'm going to go ahead and do some mascara. So I'm using Maybelline's Great Lash Mascara. I usually don't do mascara until after I set my face with my setting spray, but I don't know why I did it before. But I realized that I was doing mascara and I hadn't sprayed my face yet, so I ended up just doing my top lashes. If you do your mascara and then spray, a lot of the times it will run. So here I am spraying my face. I was like, oh crap, like I forgot to spray. So yeah, I'm going back in spraying before I do my bottom lashes, because my mascara will run if I do my bottom lashes and then spray. And then I'm just fanning myself dry. And I also did my highlighter before my spray, which I usually do after. So after I fan myself, I decided to go back in with my highlighter and just add some more, even though you can see it, and just extra like that. And I went on top of what I already had. And then I think on this part I did I highlighted under my brow bone. So now I'm going to find a lip combo. So I started off, of course, with lining my lips. I'm using just a regular brown lip liner. Not sure where this liner is from. Any brown liner will work, honestly. And I just outlined my lips. And afterwards, I went in with my ColourPop liquid lipstick in the shade Chi or Chai. And I applied that to my lips and smooth it in and then wait for it to dry a little bit, because it is a liquid lipstick. And I messed up my lip liner, like it was all out the lines, as you guys can see. So I went back and fixed that. I didn't keep it like that. Yeah, so here I am fixing it up because it was looking crazy. And I added a little bit of a nude lipstick. That one was by NYX. I'm not sure what the name is because it's so old, but yeah. And then I started to feel like I was getting washed out again, so I went back with my lip liner and applied more brown lip liner so that the nude didn't like wash my lips out. And then after that, I decided to go and make it like glossy instead of matte, so I'm using my NYX Butter Gloss. Now I do know this is in Fortune Cookie, and I just get this from my beauty supply store around the corner. And I applied the gloss just to give it like a little shimmer, a little glossy effect. And that is pretty much it, you guys. The lips are done, the eyes are done, and yeah, this is a pretty look. I really enjoyed playing in some colors. I've used the palette before, but I did like a natural smoky eye or like a natural look. So this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know I definitely had fun. If you guys have any suggestions for me on products that I can use for the future or any videos, please let me know in the comments below. If you all are not following me on Instagram and Twitter, be sure to follow me at DEJAHJANIQUE. That's what I was recording this video for, as you can see. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching again. I will see you all in my next video. Thank you so much. Bye.